Can you tell me, I'm one of 18,000 bus drivers in London. We're out here sweating like pigs in our cabs. What are you going to do to help us with reinstating air conditioning on buses? Because yes, you do have fans on there, but they are just circulating the warm air that's going around inside the cab that's witnessing 34 plus degrees within the last 2 days.
Jason, let me take that away as soon as this program finishes. The reason why the AC was turned off was because of the ventilation in relation to the virus. As you know, Jason, what we did was, I'm saying this for the other listeners, Jason, not you, I don't want to patronise you, is we closed the Perspex screen off, and we were worried about the ventilation because the virus was being passed from not just passengers to you, but also passengers to passenger. Let me go away and look into the heat in your cabin. No, it's not.
It's not me.
The heat
You're out.
in. Let's go and look at the issue you raised. And what I'll do, Jason, is we'll get you details, James's production team, and I'll contact you directly. But separately, I'll make sure bus drivers are told what we're going to do to address this. If we can find a solution that deals with both the concerns around the virus, but also so you can have a decent cabin to drive in.
How bad is it, Jason?
It's bad enough that we are sweating, we are getting hot.
I get it.
Some drivers are actually getting fatigued. But one thing I do want to ask you, please involve the bus drivers here. You're talking to the operators of the 10 companies around London. You're not talking to us. We would love to sit down with you away from the operators and tell you what is really happening out here. Because I'll tell you now, you will not like what you hear. Because it is not just about air conditioning in cabs has been turned off for the last 2 years. The excuse we have is it burns fuel.
Yeah, let me reassure you, Jason, I don't just talk to the operators, I speak to the bus drivers as well, and separately we make sure that the operators talk to the drivers as well.
No, but he doesn't want the operators to talk to the drivers. He wants you to talk to the drivers.
Well, no, I know, James, but I can't speak to 27,000 bus drivers. What I can do is make sure that in addition to me speaking to...
You can speak to a few of them. You're speaking to one now.
James, let me answer Jason's question,
All
please.
right, go on.
What I'll do, Jason, is continue to make sure I engage with bus drivers, but also make sure that operators engage with bus drivers as well, bearing in mind that they're your employers. But I will take this issue away, Jason, and I'll make sure that both Heidi, the Deputy Mayor, and myself engage even more with bus drivers if you feel you're not being listened to.
Is it illegal that to be driving in that
yeah,
sort of
there's
heat?
a temperature. So what it is, James, there is a health and safety legislation in relation to the highest temperature you should be working in and the lowest temperature you should be working in as well. But also what Jason referred to as fatigue is really important. I'll give you an example. When it's hot, you get tired, right? And you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
Imagine a bus driver driving 20, 30, 40, 50 people falling asleep through no fault of his or her own because of the temperature in their cabin. And so, Jason, it is a serious issue you raise, and I promise you I'll take it away. I'd also ask for your to give James your number so we can personally ring you to reassure you. If you're not reassured, I'm happy to meet with you and or Heidi to make sure it happens sooner rather than later.